What's up, man? Damn, 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 damn. This is another installment of The Rundown. This is your host here, Lord of Lips, coming to you on the Know It Alls channel. Before we get started, guys, you know the deal. Like and subscribe to the channel. Drop a comment below. Hit the bell as well. Um, let's get this message out there, spread it far and wide. Um, I just want to start with a little personal story first here, man. Yesterday, I went to the movies to see the new Planet of the Apes. Pretty good movie. Um, kind of like the installment. I kind of like the direction that they're going in. You guys know a little bit about Planet of the Apes and the series, and I mean kind of the newer series, not the older versions. But there's a lot of similarities between with the Planet of the Apes. There's a lot of similarities between um, different classes of society, and there's a lot of classism in that movie. So, pretty good movie overall, but that's not what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about while I was at the movies, what I got from that experience was that pretty much that if you are born and created in Springfield, Ohio, I think you're in hell. You're like you may be a spawn of Satan. And the reason why I say that is because like everything that we have in this city is just so low budget. Our movie theater went through like renovations a few years ago, and it was a lot better. We got the recline seats and shit. They upgraded and remodeled and got a new the new style, more modern style. But it's only been like I want to say 4 or 5 years, maybe less, since that remodel happened. And man, now granted, I did take a little hit of the bong yesterday at the movie theater and stuff, or before. So I was, just in my thoughts and shit, walking around the movie theater. And when I had to go to the bathroom, well, first when I walked in, it was cool. The door was real fucking dingy, real dingy. And then like, I don't know, everything just starts striking me. Just everything starts striking me. So, like the carpet, like had stains on it. It just smelled of like funk, and then the walls had putty on it. The theaters, the chairs were real sticky in the theater. I damn near didn't want to even recline back. Um, but yeah, um, I believe if you're born in Springfield, Ohio, you might be a spawn of Satan because, like, if we think about hell, if we think about hell, it's like a place that you, a place that you reside in for the rest of eternity, and it's the lake of fire, and it's non-ending suffering. And that's Springfield, Ohio. Pretty much that's Springfield, Ohio. You walk outside and you see somebody on fire. Pretty much, I mean, they're burning from their insides from their crack drugs that they do. So I just kind of wanted to start with that story that Springfield is there's still some work to do. I also had a random thought when I was at the movie theater because of the movie. Like, how much different would society be if we fucking um like we're mammals, and we don't lay eggs. Don't ask me how I came to this. I'm gonna get into it, but like how different would it be in our society if if our women, or like the female or the male, because different topic for a different day, but if we like hatched or laid eggs, and then it took 6 7 months for them to hatch, or however long that period is, how different would it be? I think people would even be even more whores. I was thinking about, man, I was in deep thought, man. That bong hit really did me one in yesterday, because I started thinking about Mary, and how what she fucking went through with the birth of Jesus. And not only that, but like, y'all think Mary, who was carrying the Christ, you know, y'all think she was fucking I see women. I'm not going down that hallway. I am not going down that hallway. I'm just saying, um, I think if we like laid eggs and stuff like that, I think our birth rate would even triple, because you wouldn't necessarily, although the woman, like birds and chickens, they protect the eggs, and like kind of incubate them and stuff and kind of lay over them for a long period of time and just kind of protect the eggs. But I was just thinking, man, if women could be outside more, like if they got pregnant and they were able to just like lay eggs and then go do what they continue to do, man, oh man, we would be in big trouble. Let's just get into it, guys. There's a lot going on in the world right now. I come on here every episode and tell y'all that the cookie's crumbling, Rome is falling. I'm just trying to get a piece of the cookie while it's crumbling. I never expected to, be big in any space really per se, but I figured, shit, well, hell, if the cookie's crumbling, let me get a slice of the pie. Let me just get a little piece of it, get a little piece of it while it goes down. I don't care about being famous or anything like that, but um, there's never going to be a more opportune time than now to strike on any of this stuff. I mean, we learned that during the pandemic that they were just throwing money away. I mean, so many of you motherfuckers out there got rich off of that pandemic, and now look, inflation is through the fucking roof. We can't afford a goddamn Sprite. We can't afford a goddamn bag of chicken. And that's because y'all ruined the economy. Y'all got y'all's PPP loans. Y'all ain't paying nobody back. I should have fucking done it because I would have done something with my money. But no, me being the fucking dork that I am, I didn't do that. But yeah, I mean, everybody's trying to just get a little piece of the pie before this shit goes up in flames. But speaking of it going up in flames, man, let's go ahead and talk about this Diddy shit, man. Diddy's running around hotel rooms naked, beating up bitches still. I mean, or we figured that. Here's my thing. We just gonna go impromptu today. I got a whole bunch of notes and shit, but I'm gonna just talk real talk to y'all. We knew this. We knew this. Cassie isn't his first victim. Neither is Kim Porter. There's a long list of these women inclinating that Diddy has issues. And somebody like me that can see through all that bullshit and I can see through money, you can't, for me, somebody's money is not going to be able to I'm not fooled by that shit. I don't just mean the vain things that this person can purchase and the power and all that stuff. I can see when something is being paid for and bought off. A point that I brought up yesterday when the news first came out, the first thing I brought up to my friends when the news came out, I said, man, they've been had this video, guys. Yeah, let's go ahead and jump on Diddy's case. Cause hey, that towel got a little bit too low. And your back is real big. Diddy got issues, man. But when you read up on it, that video was from 2016. So obviously it's come out. He's paid the security footage or the manager or whoever $50,000 to keep that under wraps. He should have doubled that. But they obviously made a copy of the video, no, they're saying that during these raids, video or Diddy got the copy of this. He paid for the copy of it, or he paid for the footage. But during their raid, this is what they found. Well, let me ask y'all this: if they've been had this video is 10 years old. Or if the raid happened going on close to 2 months ago. Why did the video just drop yesterday? Why didn't the video drop in the height of the Kendrick Lamar and Drake spat? The timing is very interesting to me. And that's what I want to talk about a little bit here. The timing is very interesting to me. Um, as Babylon continues to fucking come to her knees, things are being to me, things are so much more clear than they've ever been before. And that's how I know the presence of Allah God is actually walking here. I knew shit, man. I've been knowing for years, man. I've been you there's so much shit that goes on. There's so much shit that goes on today in our society where me and the homies look at each other like, yo, like, bro, like this cannot just be happenstance. Like there's so much loose ends being tied or untied, however you look at it, that when we were 10 years ago, 15 years ago, you just couldn't have thought that these things, like it's like the year of revelations, like Cat Williams said. It's the year of revelations. It's the day of reckoning. It's judgment day. Like everything is being revealed. And I'm scared for my fucking self. I'm scared for my motherfucking self. Shit. We all got skeletons in our closet and shit, but like everything clear as day is being revealed to us. And I think it's funny that it's almost like it's almost like the powers that be is like shoving the truth in our face. It's like y'all wanted all this shit. Y'all had all these conspiracies. They just shoving the shit in our face, man. They just shoving it in our face. But back to Diddy and Cassie, man. The video's disgusting. It's hard to watch. Um, to the victims of physical abuse and stuff like that, I'm sure it's real tough to watch that stuff. But anybody that's speaking out about this, especially the female community, they could tell you that the signs were there. Cassie had said certain things. Kim Porter's situation with the doctor, the pneumonia, that was skeptical. They need to reopen that case. Um, there's been a lot of signs with Diddy. I've never been a Diddy fan myself. He makes great. He's a great producer. The Bad Boys, you can never ever ever take that from him as an artist. That catalog that he has. I know I mentioned before the whole publishing and mastering aspect of this and the raid and kind of things like that. But I also said during that video that this was not my way of supporting Diddy or trying to cop pleas for him. I was just telling you guys to keep an eye on this situation. I want everybody to keep their whole eye on the situation. A lot of our famous people, when they, it seems like there's a cap that you can reach as an entertainer, and once you reach that cap and start trying to bridge that cap and go into different avenues and become a different type of mogul, it seems to me like there's a character assassination that takes place to these people. I think of Bill Cosby. I think of Prince. I think of Mike. I think of Diddy. I think of Mike Jackson. I think of um, there's a lot of these people. But I say that to say you got to watch not not the artist, us. We have to watch and be cognizant of the deals that these people sign. That's what I got to say, man. Like, it just seems like people are making deals with the devil and their time limit has run. And the devil is the great deceiver. He's the great deceiver, and he will dress it up, and while you're under his protection, while you're under his gauge and with this contract with him, um he will allow you to be as powerful, the most powerful and stuff. But when that time is up, what does that look like? When you sell your soul, it's a lifetime commitment that you make. But in this entertainment industry and stuff, come on, apologize for that. But in this entertainment industry, what does that look like when your run is done? What happens from that and what happens next? But man, yeah, prayers out to Cassie and her family. I know that's tough to watch, but like that video's been out there for 10 years. She's known that for 10 years. They're saying there's much worse videos, and they're keeping them under wraps for now. But like, during this raid and stuff, I can only imagine. I can only imagine the videos and the evidence they have of this fucking fool. And this motherfucker tries to go up there and all this brother love shit, all this rebrand shit, and save that shit for somebody else, man. Save that shit for somebody else. You have to pay for your sins, Diddy. No, Diddy. You have to pay for it. You've done a lot of fucking dirt and a lot of criminal activities, and you used your money and you used your power and influence to guise it. But it is the day of reckoning. It is time for all that shit to come to the forefront, and they're using you as an example. More is to come, man. More is to come. More people are to go down. I do want to say I do not want to be side shorted to say keep your eyes, guys, on this situation. We still should be asking for the Epstein list. They need to go ahead. Their best bet is to go ahead and clearly on the big publications and big platforms, CNN, those kind of things. They need to go ahead and draw the connection here between, because we are not gonna let y'all off the hook, man. I want to know other people in power, not from our community, not just in hip hop. Because I say all that to say the timing of this was interesting. That it drops. We just get out of the beef that generated a lot of revenue for people. It had the country, on ice for 2-3 weeks there, and then like the timing of all this. We get Diddy news first 2 months ago, then we get to like that verse, then well, let's go ahead and trace it back. early this year we get the Epstein list with the John Does. John Doe 1, John Doe 50 with no exact names, and they don't, they trying to roll this out. Then we get the Diddy news. Then we get the rap beef. And then like during that rap beef, how come none of this Diddy news even made, like, y'all had this video. I'm not stupid. I'm not stupid. Why did this video drop yesterday? That those are the questions that I got. And this is not to admit any guilt or let Diddy off the hook, but I'm just these that's how my brain works. I want to know why the timing. The timing is so important to me. So yeah, we'll just continue to keep our eye on that. Diddy, you sick, man. I don't want to see you running around in no goddamn towel again, dragging no bitch through no nasty ass hotel. Well, I guess it was a fine hotel, but they should have asked more for $50,000. That's the crime and all that. I'm just saying. That's just ridiculous. $50,000. I thought that price would have been way heavier than that. I would have upped that price so much. I'm a manager myself. I don't $50,000 ain't no enough. And we don't know if that was the price, but I'm just saying that's not gonna get it done for me. But the fact also, the fact that this hotel or whoever that was that sat on that video that had that evidence is sitting there watching Diddy do what he's done for the last couple years and Cassie come out pleading and suing him. Like, there's just so much dirty shit going on in this world and in this entertainment industry. It is sick, man. It is sick. And, the shit that makes the front news and the headlines is all good. But like I always like reading the in-between shit there. Like again, we get the Diddy news, he needs to go to jail. They need to throw away the fucking key. But like this hotel needs to be held accountable too, man. Who was the manager? Who had access to this shit? These are who had access to this fucking video and we allowed them to be paid off. And like, why are we not holding them accountable? This is the type of shit I'm talking about. They allow these powerful people to get away with this shit because people are so scared to speak truth to power and they're able to be bought off like that. I'm just saying, $50,000 ain't gonna be no enough for me. So yeah, that's the Diddy news for now, man. We're gonna keep our eye on that. Um, and I just want to kind of touch on fucking, close up the Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef. I think it's pretty clear today. The situation with that and who the clear winner was. I told you guys when the shit first happened, the angle that Kendrick was going to take. I also for the people that don't pay attention enough out there, Mike Hale and everybody else alike. I try to tell y'all that we dealing with two different weight classes here. And for the people out there that are just now, because Kendrick's catalog was up 49% over the last week. A lot of people ran back. I think Damn and Good Kid, Mad City was in the top 15 and top 10 albums this week. 20, I think one sold 26,000, one sold like 15,000 or more. This week's made their way into the top 15 albums. And these are 10-year-old 12-year old album and a 7 8-year old album at this point, and they're doing good on the charts. Mr. Morale is back in the top 50. Everybody went back to that album, and it's kind of as far as the public perception is kind of changing on that album. And I knew that would happen when we got years removed from the expectations and the hype, because that's what I figured would be the challenge for that album is to meet the hype of a 5-year wait. But I knew the musicality, the direction, the concept, the writing on that album is good enough to stand the test of time when it's far removed away from its own expectations. So no surprise to me there. But you know, Drake is in a world of hurt, man. I also believe that this is all connected to this whole Diddy Epstein thing. It just seems like there's a lot of character assassination going on. And I mentioned, kind of the label wars that is going on the last episode. Um, but it just seems like, man, some of you niggas that's been a part of the entertainment industry and done so much and made so much money for a lot of fucking people, they treating y'all like Carmelo Anthony, like the NBA treats Carmelo Anthony and how they treat Dwight Howard. I'm gonna let y'all sit on that. You know, P Diddy's like the Carmelo Anthony, and they about to treat fucking Drake like Dwight Howard. It's just like, man, you can make so much money for a motherfucker, and again, when that time is up, when that deal is up, when they done with you. And this is what we heard about the Epstein thing. This is what the Eyes Wide Shut movie was about, man. Is that in this industry, man, they corner you, they corner your market, and they corner you so good, man. They The devil is gonna give you everything you need to destroy yourself. And when you start trying to act out of line, he got all this motherfucking dirt on you. And y'all fall right for it, Diddy. They gave you every tool, man. You've been doing this. You've been running through 30, 40 women. You've been dating 30, 40 women since the fucking 90s, dog. We've been hearing stories about you, man. Tupac was trying to tell y'all about Diddy, man. Diddy couldn't stop. Diddy was fucking trying to, he was obsessed with Tupac, man. Tupac was trying to tell y'all, man, Diddy weird. Diddy weird. He a freaky ass nigga. And Drake, you the same motherfucker, man. I see your associates, man. I remember you was running around with Trey Songz. Then you running around with Baca. Baca got a weird case. Why is he around? You run around with Baca. You run around. Don't get me started on Birdman, Cash Money, man, because we gonna have this talk about these execs, man. I already told y'all, man. I already told y'all who runs this industry, and ain't the person that run the people that run this industry is not about to let these black executives in the space and have the power that they have without there being some kickback. That's all. That's all. Y'all think these niggas running around painting their nails and doing certain shit that they do, and y'all think that they doing it by creative license and they doing it on their own merit. I don't believe that. I've never believed that. I've never subscribed to that. I understand business, and I see some of Drake's associates, and it helps me pin the tail on the donkey. So again, it's just funny, man. We seen this shit happen in the NBA. We seen it happen in the NFL, man. They'll write your name out of history, man. They try and treat Diddy like they just treating like, man, he was the industry darling, man. He had all the power just last year, just 2 years ago. Just 2 years ago. They did this shit with Kanye West too. But Kanye West is a different type of fighter and he's a different type of problem for this industry. And that's what they hate about Kanye West, man. And I also want to highlight the fact that on the Meet the Grams cover art with the Maybach gloves and the 616 in LA and all that shit, it's the same doctor that was drugging fucking Kanye West up and have him in zombie mode. I don't know if y'all remember that 2, 3 years ago. They had this month. We was all making jokes about Kanye being in the sunken place. He showed us a message when he went on that when he was spiraling a little bit. He sent us a fucking message from a text message that he received from that doctor that's on Drake's medication. That doctor told him that if he didn't get his shit back in order and lined up, he was going to drug him up again and have him walking around like a zombie. So I don't know what the fuck. And this doctor got connections to Epstein Island. That hotel that was in that whole situation with Christopher Alvarez and shit was an Epstein associated hotel. So I don't know. There's some eyes wide shut shit going on here in the industry. I think we just in the middle of it. We watching it. The shit's crazy. I'm telling y'all, keep y'all's eyes peeled out. Keep coming to this motherfucking channel. I'm gonna try to keep y'all updated as much as possible, and just try to give y'all the perspective that I'll be having. Because I don't think, excuse me, I think a lot of our people struggle, or younger people like us, we struggle. We see the truth. We see everything coming on, but I'll be trying to indicate to y'all when you got knowledge of the time and also what's being done, then it helps you kind of pinpoint the bigger scope of what's going on, man. This shit is not by accident and it's not by happenstance either. So, um, Drake, you next, man. You going down, man. You going down. I've been telling your ass you is going down. Kendrick was just a double. I've been telling y'all Kendrick was just a double agent. I think Kendrick got some connections and there's some lyrics he got, man. I'm telling y'all better run 616 back. And I'm gonna do a breakdown of this fucking song. 616 is the most slept on song of this whole fucking back and forth between these two guys. Between both guys. I think 616. I knew Drake was I've been knew Drake was toast, but I knew that nigga was toast when Kendrick started praying on 616, man. Y'all gotta listen. This nigga praying to God about this beef. I knew that nigga was. I don't know why you thought you was gonna be able to deal with a man that hangs up upside down on fucking telephone poles and telephone wires in some of his videos, man. He be like doing this whole bat shit, man. Y'all better go back. I ain't about to be done. I wouldn't fuck with no man like that in no beef. Some of the symbolic shit and some of the shit that Kendrick be doing, man. That's a dangerous brother right there. I don't know why y'all thought Aubrey fucking Graham, Nickelodeon Degrassi star, was gonna be able to compete, man. Because when they outside of this industry, man, when they really take these gloves off and really start to get to assassinating each other, come on, man. Come on, man. Let's be real about it. Let's be real about it. In other news of fucking war, man, in other news of war, man, just 2024 has just been the year of reckoning, man. Everybody's on smoke. Everybody's on smoke. I might pull down on somebody that I got some beef with, man. Everybody seems to be on smoke, man. We got Biden and motherfucking Trump. We got Biden and Trump. Biden finally officially Trump accepts, but Biden, part of his rollout, part of his campaign. I told y'all last time they used the Euphoria song. Him and Kamala Harris and their team used the Kendrick Lamar's Euphoria song. Speaking of that, there's another Brandon, the mayor from Baltimore. I can't remember his last name, but he walked out to "They Not Like Us," and "They Not Like Us" has just become a cultural anthem. And the irony of that song is that, I mean, this is the genius in Kendrick. It's a song, that hook and that chorus is um placed in such a way where each different group, I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if the Jews and the motherfucking Hamas, they could sing that song. You know, it's such a war, it's such a dividing song to illustrate whatever clique that you a part of us and whoever's outside of that clique, they not like us. So, anyways, the mayor from fucking Baltimore, he comes out. I mean, we are in crazy fucking times, man. I just, some of the shit I cannot believe that's going on goes on. Why are people, some of our people in the Senate, some of our politicians and stuff are coming out to a pedophile record? Like, guys, like, what is going on in the world? Like, this is fucking crazy. I can't be the only one that thinks this shit is crazy. Anyways, President Joe Biden and Donald Trump, they agreed to a debate, man. We're gonna finally get a debate. It was the topic of much conversation over the last year if they would debate, because Joe Biden's inherent ability to fumble words and botch a whole bunch of shit. He's pretty embarrassing on the mic. He's no Nas. So it was a topic of much. I don't know what drugs they're going to stab him up with, but he seemed pretty confident in the. It almost reminds me of Drake before Kendrick came outside. Joe Biden seems very, very confident when he's sitting in front of that teleprompter on camera and they wrote everything out. But can he survive the deep waters that Trump is willing to take him to during a debate? Trump's best bet is to go off kilter, go off script, which he will do, and see if Joe Biden is, because Joe Biden's going to be doctored up. They're going to have a whole bunch of shit written for him, and but he struggles even staying on topic. I don't see him being able to last in no debate, and I think it's a very, very, very dangerous game for the Democrats to be playing with their nominee, um, to send him out there with Donald Trump. But hell, I wouldn't be shocked if they try to assassinate Donald Trump. There's no way that Joe Biden is the one trying to initiate this fucking debate, and they don't have some trick up their sleeve. There's just no way. So yeah, those debates, June 21st is supposed to be the first debate, and that's going to be hosted by CNN. Donald Trump, if I'm you, bring heavy security, bring your own team. Don't travel with Eric Trump and your kids. Leave them back. Leave them back in New York. But that's going to be hosted by CNN, so there's probably going to be a little bit of bias going on there. But that's a little over a month away. I'll be curious to see how this debate comes out. Man, they're going to discuss things like greenhouse energy. They're going, we got the brown and black, the boom, the EV, the electric vehicle push. Israel, Hamas, Ukraine, all these bills being passed for war, the funding of war. They're going to cover a lot of things here. The economy, um, Bidenomics, as he likes to term it. I mean, he says, let's get ready to rumble. Okay, so we're going to see June 27th and then September 10th. The September 10th thing is pretty interesting because there's going to be a lot of early voting that takes place shortly after. So that's like very, very, very close to when early voting begins. So I think that debate is going to be more. Is a this one coming up in a month is very dangerous, but that September 10th one is going to be very interesting as well, and that's going to be hosted by ABC, another more liberal kind of conglomerate there. So interesting thing, Trump, and I'm not. Hey, I'm not telling you guys. I'm not. I'm trying to be unbiased here, but I just think from a logistics or um, not a logistics, but a language or a communication sense that I don't see the benefit of Biden going out there for an hour debating against Donald Trump, who seems very sharp. So I don't know. Maybe something's up the sleeve, man. This year has been wild up until this point. I remember on Facebook they had that collage of Cat Williams representing or they had the motherfucking dude that beat up the judge represent January. They had somebody Cat Williams representing February or some shit. I think you gotta give Kendrick Lamar the month of April and May. Um, Diddy got be in there, man. It's gone down, man. It's been going down. Netanyahu got be in there somewhere. He whooping ass and taking names all over the Middle East too. And we're gonna get into that, man. We're gonna get into that next, man. Israel and fucking Hamas or Palestine. The invasion is underway. They did invade Rafah during the height of the Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef. This is what Stevie Wonder came out and said, that we are being distracted. There was the protest, the college campus protest going on last time I was on here. Those are still going on. They deployed some of the police officers and military to kind of get those people out of the encampment. It's just a crazy fucking time that we're dealing with our country. Um, but now, as the ground invasion has proceeded in Rafah, which is where the Palestinians, their last place of where they reside at, um, it is getting to dire times. There's over 130 Palestinians that have been killed now during the ground invasion. They are dropping bombs daily. Um, Hamas or Israel did receive three hostages. Um, well, they were dead, but that's their angle, that they want these hostages that were taken from October 7th to be released. Bill Maher, Bill Maher, and fucking Bill Burr got into it over this debate just recently, and I just think it's interesting. Hearing people's kind of this country's always supposed to support Israel. Bill Maher says that Israel definitely has the right to defend itself, and people need to stop attacking Israel, and that's the problem. That's the quintessential problem that's going on. That's been going on in the Middle East. I would say, well, Israel is not. They do a lot of throwing rocks and hiding their hands themselves. This is a newer state of the Middle East, so you cannot be that naive to say that the surrounding countries that have predated Israel, the actual official state of Israel, are supposed to sit back and let them dictate the happenings in the Middle East. They are essentially in control of Palestine and the Gaza border, and they actually run Hamas, and that is like um that is like when you have the story of Cinderella and you're the stepchild and you have evil step parents and evil stepsisters. And I'm not trying to cast aspersions on Israel or anything, but I'm just saying, when you are suppressing or oppressing a people, man, when those people decide to finally band together and do something about it, we cannot then look and say that it's an act of aggression on them, on that other side. That's not how this works. These people are trying to fight for what they believe to be their freedom and their own rights and their own land and their own property. And it's versus a conglomerate or a state or a country, whatever the scenario may be, not just in this case. We're seeing that in Ukraine and Russia right now, where Russia believes that they're rightfully, they're rightfully justified in taking back over Ukraine, and Ukraine is fighting for their own freedom and their own separation from Russia. So these are the things that go on around the world, and I just think, depending on how where we stand as far as America and Americans, we always look at these situations differently. What is the difference between what Palestine or Hamas? I mean, Hamas is an extremist group of Palestine, but what is the difference between them fighting for their freedom and their separation from the state of Israel versus what Ukraine is doing versus Russia? Because we support Ukraine, because we don't want Russia. Russia is our not one of our allies, so we don't want them to be what Israel is over in the Middle East to what Russia is in Europe. So that's pretty much what's going on there. But yeah, like I said, man, it's the year of reckoning, man. We got people fighting everywhere. We got Russia, we got Ukraine, we got Israel, we got Hamas, we got Trump, we got Biden, we got Drake, we got Kendrick, we got P. Diddy, we got the entertainment industry, we got, oh man, we got fucking, it's just countless of, it seems like everything is coming down right before us, man. And I just wonder where everybody, when history's all said and done and it's all written about, how are we going to be remembered, and what side are we going to be on? Oh, we also got Fauci. We got Fauci versus the people, man. We also got Fauci versus the people. Um, let me go ahead and pull that up here for you guys. We got this is from the New York Post, man. The NIH has officially admitted that we, the people, go figure, guys, we, the people, funded the Wuhan experiment that led to the COVID vaccine. I mean, that led to COVID. That's what led to COVID was our taxpayer dollars that led these sick scientists to experiment with this biochemical fucking experiment that then was released and used against us. And then they doubled down and created a vaccine that was not tried and trialed properly and gave it to millions and millions of Americans. And now they're coming out and not only admitting that the taxpayers paid for it, but also that the science, that they lied to us and they lied to the American people about the nature of this vaccine. And I think it is a proper time for us to go ahead and tell um, these people that I want to list some people that are owed an apology. Kyrie Irving, Stephen A. Smith, you was dead fucking wrong. You owe Kyrie Irving an apology. The whole media conglomerate owes Kyrie an apology. He should get a rebate before the 10-game suspension he faced, or however long it was, that suspension he faced when he played for the Brooklyn Nets, when y'all suspended him because y'all said he made anti-Semitic comments, and that stemmed from his anti-COVID vaccine stance, where y'all cornered him, and then it became a conversation about anti-Semitism. What the fuck is going on in our country, man? Why is this a conversation that's being had? How is this a conversation that is being had? Ain't nobody anti-Semitic, man. We just here telling y'all the fucking truth, and then we gotta suffer during the time for years later for y'all to come out and admit y'all's wrong and admit y'all's guilt. Y'all lacked research. I don't believe y'all lacked research and education. I think y'all knew what the fuck y'all were doing. That's how I feel. That's how I felt during the time. And for the people out there that took the vaccine, the viewers out there that may watch that took the vaccine, I'm sorry, but y'all trusted some criminals. Clear as day. Anthony Fauci, y'all need to read up and y'all need to do y'all's fact checks on Anthony Fauci. Um, Here he is now admitting to these things, and I just think it's gross and disgusting. So Kyrie Irving, let's don't start at Kyrie Irving. We want apologies for Kyrie Irving. We want apologies for Alex Jones, who said the same thing. We want apologies for Joe Rogan, who y'all attacked and try to stick CNN on Joe Rogan. That didn't work. It turned out abominable for y'all. And we want apologies for the minister. Straight up, the minister been ahead of this curve, and he warned the people not to take the vaccine, and y'all shadow banned him. Y'all been shadow banning the minister since 2019, man. Y'all dead fucking wrong, man. These people deserve apologies, and if y'all don't do it, I'm gonna use my platform on YouTube. Y'all can shadow ban me like y'all have already done, but I want the people that watch this to know and see the bigger picture. That's what's going on, man. The truth has been here, man. The truth has been here, but Satan does such a good job of silencing the truth and getting you to focus on something else. He keep turning your head every time the truth is right in front of y'all. He got somebody, got a nigga up there on the minstrel show, in some motherfucking high heels, a dress, and some nails, distracting you from some other shit that's going on. And I don't want to be that guy. Every time some news comes out, oh, what are we really being distracted from? But guys, what are we really being distracted from? Can y'all piece together these puzzles? Can y'all piece together these puzzles and put them together and see the bigger picture that's coming about from this, man? We dealing with it is 2024, and they treat in this country like it's motherfucking 1930 again. Like it's 1938 again and shit, man. We dealing with concentration camps over in Israel. We dealing with anti-Semitism and them passing laws and shit for it to be considered hate speech and an illegal act for you to speak out against anything that um the Jewish community does, man. This is crazy fucking times that we are living in, man. We're dealing with motherfucking encampments on college campuses of students who are pro-Palestine supporters, um, protesting against the genocide that is going on in the country. We dealing with the entertainment industry across all platforms coming down before our eyes as child predators and child sex traffickers, man. These are conversations I've been having with people on the low, man. We talked about Disney and Nickelodeon before the fucking Quiet on Set shit dropped. We waiting for the Disney documentary, man. We've been talking about this shit, man. Everything, man. All my people out there that was raised in the 90s, that came up in the early 2000s, that remembers the 2010 era, the Illuminati conspiracy era, when we was all on YouTube going down the Illuminati motherfucking wormhole. Everybody remembers. We remember The Rock. We remember all that shit. Guys, everything that we learned during that time is coming to fruition in front of our eyes, man. That last year it was aliens. They try to tell. They said that where is the alien story? Where are these? Where are these stories going? How are we not talking about this? The border wall, the immigrants coming in, the Haitians, the war over there in Cuba, and the Haitian Revolution and France and stuff. Where are these stories at? Where do they go? How do we continuously fall victim to lackluster reporting and lackluster media, man? Who is in control of this media, and what are they when they feed us this information? How are they dictating our attention span so blatantly in front of our eyes, man? That's what y'all gonna come to this channel for, man. I'm gonna continue to highlight these stories. Every time these stories break news and it's a big story, I watch for the timeline between that story coming out, us getting fed half 25% of that information, and then us on to the next story and nobody following up on these stories. I'm done with that shit. Here we gonna talk about that border wall that y'all made a big deal about a couple months ago. We're gonna touch on that. This Epstein thing, I ain't keeping my eyes off of it. I'm gonna do some more reporting and some more research on that because motherfucking Epstein supposedly died due to suicide. Um, the bitch is still in jail. Man, I need some updates on that, man. I need some updates on this list. This P. Diddy thing, I ain't letting it off the hook. By the way, Lucian and Grange, you was connected to this Diddy thing. You was listed in that information. You, Sexy Red, some other people, y'all was listed in there. They talking about sex workers and infiltrating the federal agents being in the music industry and stuff. I want the update on these stories. That's what we gonna come here for, man. Again, like I said, this is the day of reckoning. We are in Judgment Day. The cookie is crumbling. Troublesome's just trying to get a piece of this cookie while it's crumbling. I appreciate you guys for watching, man. If you guys want more content, please leave a like and subscribe. Drop a comment below. Um, I just want to tell everybody out there, man, continue to support as we do independent journalism. I mean, I ain't even gonna call it journalism. It's not journalism, but we just independent media is so important in today's society because we take our eyes off of so much stuff so quickly. And I just want you guys to know that here on this channel, if you guys can remember anything that was brought up that was supposed to be bombshell news, that you guys want a follow up on, please leave it in the comment below. But yeah, this is Lord of Lips here on the Know It Alls page. The Rundown, another installment. I'm out. Peace.